Boogeyman Ben. Horror Zone.
Greetings, my fellow fiends. It's your buddy Boogeyman Ben here for another episode of Boogeyman Ben's Horror Zone. And this video is going to be on a new movie that is being put out through Scream Factory. It is a movie that is in select theaters and is in on demand. And I'm just because I just watched it and I have all the details here, so it's in select theaters. It's also on digital HD on iTunes, Amazon.com, Vudu, and Google Play. The name of the movie is called Bite, and it's a movie that I heard about a year ago. The channel Bloodbath and Beyond did a review of the film, and I was very anxious to see the film. I did not realize that it wasn't out on any type of platform at the time. It was doing the festival circuit. I can't remember the exact festival where it premiered at. But I was really, just based on the review that Bloodbath and Beyond did, I was really anxious to see the film. And tonight I did watch it. I watched it on demand. And what I want to do is talk about my thoughts on the film. So I hope everyone looks forward to my review of Bite. Please stay tuned. So the plot of Bite focuses on the character of Casey. As the movie starts, she's on a bachelorette weekend with her girlfriends in Costa Rica. She gets bitten by this insect when she's swimming, and you never see what kind of insect it is. And returning home from the excursion, the bite starts to get worse. So she starts experiencing almost like insect-like instincts and metamorphosizing into something else. For the cast of this film, you have Elma Begovic as Casey, Annette Wozniak as Jill, Jordan Gray as Jared, Lauren Denkers as Mrs. Kennedy, and Denise Young as Kristen. The movie was written by Chad Archibald and Jamie Layforest, and it was directed by Chad Archibald. Now, my thoughts on the film. Bite was very disturbing. I have to say that all of the hype that I'd heard of it, because like I said, I saw the review from Bloodbath and Beyond a while ago. I've seen all of these, saying that it's like it's very gross, it's very disturbing. It's one where I've heard that people got sick or passed out during the screenings at the festivals it was at, and it didn't get to me at that level. And I love the beginning of the film, because in the beginning of the film it's done almost like a vacation, camcorder found footage. And usually I don't like found footage, but again, this worked because it showed, just that's how everything was captured at the beginning, was just how, what was going on the vacation. And there's some things that you find out later, but I love the way that was done. And then once the title credits rolled, then you're into the film, and it's a normal narrative film. I really liked the character of Casey. I really liked Elma Begovic. I really liked her character in the film. I really felt for her character in the film because, number one, she's kind of got cold feet about getting married. Her and her fiance have kind of a weird relationship, and the reason for that is the fact that his mother is sort of overbearing, and she actually runs she's the landlord of the building that Casey lives in, and she just treats Casey like absolute shit, and she can't stand her. She doesn't think she's good enough for her son, and it's that, you just feel sorry for her. And then Casey has one of her friends, the character of Jill. She's just, I couldn't stand her right at the beginning. Just not a big, there's so many characters in this film, and I think my big problem with this film is that there's so many unlikable characters. There's really, outside of Casey, and she's not a perfect person, but I really liked her. I really felt for what she was going through, and I think that's what kept me interested in the proceedings of the film. But I mean, her friends, Kristen, her friend Kristen is okay. I mean, she's probably the most decent one next to Casey in the film. But her fiance, his mother, and her friend Jill, just everybody is just like they're just such horrible people in my opinion. They're not very nice people, and that's why it was sort of hard for me to empathize once everything sort of started happening to Casey after the when the effects of the bite start taking hold of her and she starts changing into something else. She starts changing into this insect. She was the only one I really cared about, and it was hard for me to care about any of the other characters. Even the character of Kristen, she was all right, but she wasn't somebody that I had a real vested interest in. But aside from that, I really loved the special effects. Once the metamorphosis starts happening, it was very well done. It is a very slow burn. It's very after the opening of when she actually gets bitten in Costa Rica, and then when she comes home, it's kind of a slow burn. You slowly start to see her going through changes. They start with her being sick, her not being able to keep food down, her vomiting like this clear kind of liquid. And then it slowly starts getting worse and worse and worse. It's very similar to like Cronenberg's The Fly, where it just he slowly starts changing into something else in that film. Jeff Goldblum turning into the Brundle Fly character. But like I said, the effects in this, I know for a low budget, they did a great job in this. I really thought they were effective. The way that Casey looks when she turns completely is terrifying. And I thought that was like the last 20 minutes of the film or where it really got to you and you really started to see it. And I have to say hats off to Elma Begovic, who really just pulled off a tremendous performance. I mean, I've never seen her in anything before, but I thought she did a fantastic job of going through all the emotions that Casey is going through while this is happening to her. And then when she finally succumbs to what it is and is now this different thing, she just does she's terrifying in the role, and just an amazing performance. All in all, I mean, I enjoyed Bite. I didn't think it was, it didn't blow me away like I was hoping it would. But again, maybe I bought into the hype a little bit too much, because sometimes that does happen. And sometimes I just can look past it and just sort of take it in on my own. But I still think it's worth a watch if you like kind of these body horror films. Which like I said, Cronenberg's The Fly is probably one of the ones that sticks out in my mind the most. But also something like The Relic. There's a couple other ones out there that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. If I had to give this one a rating of my typical rating system, I would give this one 3 skulls. And I'm curious if anybody else has seen the film Bite. If you have seen it, please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Would love to hear what everyone has to say. And as always, thanks so much for watching Boogeyman Ben's Horror Zone. And I have some really cool videos coming up real soon, so I hope everyone will stay tuned for those. Thanks so much for watching. Take it easy. Stay scared.